Hey everybody, Gary Pierce here, and today we are talking about how to increase your rankings inside the YouTube search results by simply optimizing your thumbnail. Now, I'm going to show you how I create these thumbnails. It's a super simple way without having to know Photoshop or anything like that. First of all, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to the channel below. If you like this video, give it a like, and also I'd love to see and hear your comments below. So here's the way that this works. In order to be able to rank higher in the search results, we've got to improve our click-through rate. So what does that mean? That means people that are searching for a keyword, we want them looking through all of this, and we want to stand out to where it's going to increase our clicks. Now, you can do this by the title, also by your description, but also with your thumbnail, which is what we're going to be covering today. I'm going to show you a simple way to create these thumbnails. Now, again, you don't have to use Photoshop. You can use Photoshop if you want to, but this is a simpler way, an easier way for me. Now, the way we're going to start out by doing this is using Keynote. Now, you can use PowerPoint if you are on a PC. I'm on a Mac right now, but I'm using Keynote. And the way we do this is we just simply open a new presentation. So I'm going to go with a wide presentation instead of the standard. I'm going to go wide, and I'm just going to pick a white one here, and we're going to click Choose. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a picture or from a video that I've done, just a screen grab is what I'm going to do. So something like this where I'm actually talking initially in the video, I'm just going to pause it and I'm just going to do a print screen. I've already done that, and I'll show you what that looks like here. Let me just open this up real quick. You'll see this is the screenshot that I'm going to do. This is like a silly looking face that I did in one of the videos that I did recently. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that and I'm going to drag it over into the Keynote presentation. And I'm going to expand this so it takes up the whole width. Now, if I wanted to adjust this any way that I want to, I can maneuver it around any way I want. But this is going to be the start for us. Now, all we have to do is insert our text once we've got this the way we want it. So you can click right here if you're in Keynote just by inserting text, and you can top out your title here, as you see. And I know this is a black font and you can't really see it this well. That's perfectly okay. We'll start maneuvering and working with this here in just a moment, and manipulating this picture and manipulating the text to look the way that we want. So you can insert it by using this text button here, or you can send this to the back and then have your title here, because if you recall, we just added a slide, and that slide already had some text on here for us to just fill in. So that's what I'm going to work with. The video that we're going to be making this for was a video that I did some time ago, and it was talking about launch jacking and how I taught some people how to launch jack, and they made $2,000 in their first 30 days. So the title of this was $0 to $2,000. So I'm just going to do 0 to 2K. Now, again, you can't see that there because this is this black font on my black hoodie. We'll work with that here in just a moment. The way that I'm going to make that stand out is I'm going to click on a shape, and I'm just going to drag this shape over something like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the text and I'm going to do to bring it to the front, and then maneuver that to the back. And then we can change the color of this by just clicking on the style. If we want it to red, we could do that. If we want it to, black, that's fine. And then we can change the color of the text to being, something like a light yellow. And then I can change the font to whatever I want. If I want it to be something like this right here. I use American Typewriter for a lot of my stuff here. So you could do something like this, 0 2K, and we're looking a lot better. Now, if you want to change this background image that we've got right here, if you want to maneuver it around, or if you want to, make this bigger, you can just drag it to make it a little bigger. And if let's say you wanted it to be more of a grayscale instead of, this color here, you could go in here to the adjustments, and you could click this right here, and you can change the way this image looks by just maneuvering this around the way that you see, and change the color that you want it to go to. So if you wanted to drag all of this out, you could see, just remove the saturation, and it looks a little something like that. So now we've got a picture here that looks pretty cool, in my opinion, that we can use as a thumbnail for our YouTube. And if we wanted to put a box around this, or a stroke or a line on this box, we can just go right here to style. We can do a border and do something that looks a little like this, just to make that stand out right there. And so the way we do this then is we go to File, and then we go to Export, and we want to export this as an image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be sure this is checked to Images. I'm going to select this as a JPEG, higher quality. We're going to click Next, and then we're just going to title this what we want. So we're going to title this Launch Jacking Thumbnail, and we're going to click Export. Okay, and so that's pretty much it. So when we go back to our Finder here, you'll see it show up right here, and it looks like that. Very, very simple stuff. So literally you're able to create a custom thumbnail in a matter of just a few minutes without having to know Photoshop or anything like that. All right, so if we look at my channel, you will see exactly what I showed you with my video thumbnails. This one was actually using the exact screen grab of what I just showed you. You'll also see that in some of these I've got, you know, the boxes around the text and also boxes around the logos. This is exactly how I do this. I will just, sometimes I'll put in multiple shapes here by just clicking on the shapes icon and then drag this over, and then I will manipulate them the way that I want them to look. So something like this, and then I can tilt them to where they're not, you know, necessarily perfectly in line, and I can stack them up if I want them, something like this. So like, let's say you guys get the idea of how we're able to do that. And then we're able to just plug in, you know, able to plug in the text on top of that. That's exactly how we're doing this. This should save you some time as it relates to creating your custom thumbnails inside of YouTube. Again, the importance of this is to stand out from your competitors. If you stand out with your titles, descriptions, and your thumbnails, then what's going to happen is it's going to increase your click-through rate for people doing searches for your keywords, and as a result, that will increase your rankings inside of YouTube. So, hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. If you have, be sure to hit the like button, share it with someone, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the free training that I've got. There's a link inside the description that shows you exactly how we're able to get traffic, how we're making money with our affiliate offers, all from using simple videos. Again, the link's in the description. You can check that out. This is Derek Pierce. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you real soon.